Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Suited Shootist. And what I want to talk about today is something that I know a lot of folks are plagued with, especially when they start trying to up their style game, and that's pattern matching. What I've done is I've tried to put together an example of bad pattern matching, trying too hard, because it's a very common tendency. I know I was guilty of it when I first started, that once you get exposed to all these colors and patterns and everything else, you want to just try and jam as many of them into an outfit as possible because you think that that makes you better dressed, and that's not always the case. It is very important to focus on how all of your accessories play in together, because that can really be the difference between looking like you're trying too hard or that you don't know what you're doing versus kind of having a mastery of the skill set. And so that's what I want to touch on with today's video. Stick with me to the end because I promise you're going to enjoy this. You're going to get something very useful out of it. So the first big mistake that I've done here is that I've tried to cram too many patterns into a single outfit, and the ones that are there don't work well with each other. I would never actually wear this necktie with this shirt because the pattern is too close to the same density, and so it just clashes and it draws attention away. So yeah, I don't know what I was thinking with that. Gone. The other thing that is definitely a trap for a lot of people is novelty patterns. Camo. It doesn't belong anywhere near dress clothes. So just don't even bother. Once you start taking that away, the herringbone of the jacket and the floral pattern of the shirt all of a sudden start making a little more sense. Both are definitely different, but they still work together. If you're going to only go with one pattern that is almost universally workable across everything from casual to maybe not black tie formal, but definitely suit and tie formal, you really can't go wrong with Paisley. Paisley is one of the oldest patterns out there. If I'm not mistaken, it actually dates back to the Warrior Sikhs, and so it's kind of a nice little tie-in. And there's a lot of different densities to it. There are the very big, bold Paisleys, like what I've got in the pocket square. There are ones that are almost just a solid background with the little design interspersed, so it's a lot more sparse. And it's definitely a good way to get your feet wet if you're not really confident about pulling off a bold pattern. This one, the blue and the yellow, both pick up on the colors of the shirt, so it works nicely. And the other great thing about Paisley is that it's everywhere. Pocket squares, obviously, easy to find in Paisley. Same thing with neckties. If you need to go kind of a different style of dressy, I was able to walk in and pick up a couple of Paisley pearl snaps for an event at our dance studio, and it's a different kind of dressed up, but it still applies. So having Paisley in your wardrobe is really almost a completely fail-safe way to go. But again, it's important to make sure that all your accessories work together. So if you're going to make sure that all of your accessories are Paisley, make sure that all your accessories are Paisley. So yeah, I'm definitely having a little bit of fun with this. What I've got here is the collaboration sling that I've done with Trunk Monkey Designs. And so we put together a version of his 2-point sling in a blue Paisley with a herringbone quick adjust pull tab that I'm calling the Woodhouse, just because I figured it was the most kind of appropriate balance between the fashion sense and the tactical side of the house. So it is a 1-inch nylon webbing and quick adjust, like you can see. The one that it's most like that you might be familiar with would be the Viking Tactics, insofar as it is a free running quick adjust tab. It's not captured like on the Vickers sling. If the flappy tail is something that bothers you, okay, fine, something to be aware of. But I like the flexibility that it gives me. I don't mind that it is a thinner web either, because I'm not hoofing this thing through, you know, the Cornwall Valley or anything like that. So at least for me, it hasn't really been a weight issue. Doesn't come with hardware. Obviously, none of these slings do. There are some options offered on the website. While all of the buckles are polymer, they're a pretty heavy-duty polymer. I haven't broken anything yet. Not that I've run it super hard, but you know, something to keep in mind. I just wanted to have a little bit of fun with this. You know, a little bit of kind of tongue-in-cheek levity with everything that's been going on lately. I just figured that you know, everybody needed a smile, and so if you hadn't seen the Facebook post about this yet, I thought that this was kind of a fun way to introduce you guys to my sling. And yeah, I know the internet is rife with sling videos, but the laws of YouTube dictate that since I have my own now, I needed to do a video on it. So here we are. It's still a valid point though, because I made this mistake very early on when I started getting into my style of, I would start jamming ties, pocket squares, pocket clip, the tie clips, all this stuff, and just don't over accessorize. That's really the easiest advice that I can give. And if you're going to play around with your accessories, have some fun with it. Doesn't matter if it's your pocket square, if it's your rifle sling. Don't take any of this shit too seriously, because you know, at the end of the day, it's all supposed to be fun. Making sure that, you know, there is some significance to have everything tied together though, because, you know, again, you go to your rifle class and you got some dude jocked up wearing nothing but cry. He's coordinated. It still counts. So I hope you guys got a laugh out of it, and I will catch everybody next week. Stay safe and have a good one.